Hi, welcome. Today I decided to do a video. This way it gives me more opportunity to pass on information to you in a more engaging way. First of all, I want to welcome you to this change. This is our online space. We're going to conduct session as normal. It's just simply going to be online, and this is what it looks like. I want to give you background information. In January, I changed over my software. One of the features that I liked is having a client portal. You have a client portal, and you can put a password on it and send me messages, texts, or emails. And you can also upload a document if you want to share information from your psychiatrist or doctor. Along with that, the feature that really caught my attention was the Tele-Counseling feature, because it's already HIPAA compliant and secure, and it was integrated in the software. So when the change happened this week and we had to start doing online, the system was already in place, and all we had to do is connect and start our session and conduct our treatment as usual. I want to thank you for being adaptable and receptive to change. I know it happened very quickly, but the situation calls for those measures. Also, I want to mention that the Department of Health and Human Services sent out an email to providers, and they're giving us more flexibility to see clients online. We could do that before, and if we're using a HIPAA compliant software, which I had already, but now because of the emergency, they're also allowing other means like FaceTime, WhatsApp, or Skype, to name a few. But fortunately, we have our system in place and is in compliance. Because we had done in-office sessions, and now we're moved so quickly into online sessions, I need to give you a consent form. It simply says that we're going to conduct our treatment using this method. So you're going to receive an email, and I need you to please check in your inbox and acknowledge that you received the consent form, and it stays in your file. That will be useful because once we go back to the office setting, if you want to do a session online because you're working or you're staying home, we already have that consent form in place. So please check your email tonight, and let's get that filled out. Another thing I want to mention is the safety of our buildings. Many of you asked me this week, when can we see each other again in person? Well, I got an email from the Jaeger company that manages our buildings, and they reported that in the Allen office building, there was a visitor who tested positive. Then I got another email from the McKinney office, and they mentioned that a tenant is being tested today. Last, I got a different email about the Plano building, which is where you and I see each other. And they're reporting that somebody in the building, someone who works there, is being tested. So as you can see, changing over to online counseling right away helped us, and it's going to stay that way until we feel that it's safe enough for you and me to go into the building setting. So that I want to inform you and assure you that we can continue services. I'm going to stay as healthy as I can to be here for you. Lastly, as you know, this situation is increasing our symptoms. Many of you had made great gains in managing stress, in managing anxiety symptoms and depression. But due to the increase of isolation and staying home and lack of contact, many of you are reporting a sense of depression, and also because of that uncertainty and the lack of timeline as to when this is going to improve, many of you are thinking about the future and the anxiety is being triggered. I cannot give you a blanket statement and give you an intervention that is useful right now. But each person has their own set of coping skills, circumstances, which I will be addressing with you on the one, each person individually. I do want to mention, however, that we have been working on distortions, and one of the distortions is catastrophizing, which is taking the most negative outcome possible and making that a reality in our minds. We don't know what's going to happen, and counseling is not about giving false hope or making it seem as things are just fine. Counseling or therapy is about increasing our adaptability and increasing the way we cope, the way we react, and embracing change and trying to increase our tolerance to the difficulties that we're being challenged with. So with that in mind, I leave you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want me to continue making videos, just let me know. Give me some feedback, and I'll be happy to create a series if you like, if you find that useful. And I hope to see you very soon, and let's keep in touch. And thank you again.